show them what we're going to be making today, Kyle. It's this little project bag right here, and of course we've used some adorable fabric.
It is really cute fabric.
It is, isn't it?
I can see that I've got everything in here, or if I'm missing something.
Yeah, I want you to think in your minds if this has ever happened to you. Okay. You've done your background quilting, you're so excited, it looks so amazing from the front. But what happens when you look at the back is you could be disappointed because you have all these little knots, right? Do you guys agree with me on this?
Yeah.
I mean, tell us in the comments. Are you like, oh my gosh, yes,
you mean
I know
don't
exactly
have to
what
throw
you're
it away?
talking about.
I don't have to throw it away?
No, you do not have to throw it away.
Good.
And there really is an easy way to do this. So at the embroidery machine, what I've done is I've already hooped my backing fabric, my batting, and my top fabric, all right? And I'm gonna go ahead and put it into my machine. And I've got a gray on top, a gray on bottom. Now, let's take a look at my embroidery screen, okay? As you can see right up here, I have the design that is there. And what I wanna do is I'm gonna hit embroidery. And in order to turn off your the automatic thread cutting. That's where, that's why you get those little knots, okay? So if you've ever wondered, why am I getting these little knots on the back? It's
but it's so convenient.
It is so convenient, but you're not gonna love it when it comes to doing the quilting. It works great for other things, but when it comes to quilting, you don't want that. So here's a really easy way to take care of it. Now, obviously, I'm showing this to you on the Brother machine. The Baby Lock machine has the same, and I bet that just if you go to your owner's manual, no matter what machine you have, you can do this too. And that is, I'm going to simply turn off my automatic thread cutting. So if you take a look right here at the screen, it's just right here at the bottom, Kyle. You've got a little pair of scissors and you have your tension right there. Right here, it says end color trim and jump stitch trim. All I have to do is disengage that. Now I won't have my thread cutter automatically done. That means I'm not gonna have all those knots on the back.
I had no idea.
Yes. All right, now the next thing I want you to do is we're gonna go ahead and start the machine, and it's gonna come right over here to the beginning. It's jumping right over here to the very top. Kyle, you're very familiar with how this works because you do this with long arm quilting all the time. And that is, what are you doing?
Pulling up your bobbin.
You're pulling up your bobbin thread. And I know that
if that's left underneath, there could be a loop.
Exactly, and it can create a thread nest, right? I can put my needle down by just touching it. Then I'm holding on to my thread. I pull the needle back up, pull my presser foot up, and look at that. My bobbin thread has come up. So now I have 2 threads on top, and now I go ahead and begin stitching. I'm gonna stop it after just a few stitches, and I can trim my threads at the top. So it's not gonna come out. I'm just gonna go ahead and trim them right up. Again, this is just like what you do on the long arm, but this time we're doing it on the embroidery machine, which is very exciting.
I never thought about that.
Yeah.
That's a really good idea.
So we're not gonna have any threads nest on the bottom. And at the very end, what we'll do, because I've turned off my automatic thread cutting, I'm gonna have a long thread.
So then you bring it up to the top again?
Then I go ahead and bring it up to the top again. How easy was that? So simple.
I've learned a whole bunch already.
Well, we hope you've been learning as well, because it really is something that I see all the time. People saying, oh, why do I have all these knots on the back? Well, this is why, and this is how you can change that. So aren't you glad you're watching 3 Things Live? Because the things we learn on here,
and it's not
we don't even have in the
big
pattern.
Of an effort.
Exactly.
It's not a big effort.
If you think, okay, I want to share this with somebody else, please do, because these are the things we don't necessarily write down in patterns.
No.
While that's stitching out, let me share with you one other really cool notion that I absolutely love, because you are going to have to install install a zipper on here. And it's not so scary,
No.
I promise.
No.
So what we've done here is we've taken the pieces of, the additional pieces that we've cut from our entire quilt sandwich. We've already quilted it on the embroidery machine or on your sewing machine. It's fine to do that as well. And it's time to install the zipper. One of my favorite notions, and there's several different brands out there, is basting tape. It's a double-sided basting tape. Have you ever used this, Kyle?
No, I'm learning all
Okay.
kinds of stuff.
Let us know if you've ever used double-sided basting tape, because to some of you, it may be brand new. What I'm gonna do is find the end. This is just like the tape that we might find at the store, like an office supply store, but it's specifically made with a very small seam allowance for things like our zippers. We can also use it for hemming or things like that. All you do,
One side
Kyle,
is sticky.
exactly. I'm just going to place it right here, and there we go, and right down that zipper. Because, Kyle, have you ever had where you're trying to place a zipper and
Yes.
it wants to go all over the place?
Yes. Oh, this will make it stay.
Oh my goodness, it's like
So you're peeling the
it's a
paper off the
life-changing
top?
moment, folks. Yeah, all I do is I finger press that on, I peel that piece off, it's gonna reveal the sticky side, and then all I have to do is place this
No pins.
right side down, exactly, no pins.
Oh, yes.
Then all I have to do is take it to my sewing machine, sew a 1/4 inch right there, and pull this back on top of itself. My zipper has been installed.
Wow.
How simple is that?
Wow. That looks like it holds pretty good.
It holds really well, and it's not gonna gum up your needle. So again, that's gonna pull back on top of itself after it's been stitched down, but it's all been held in place. Fold it out, and now my zipper has been installed.
Nice.
It doesn't get any simpler.
No.
So once you have that done, all you're doing is you're assembling this front piece with the vinyl. You take your back piece, and I love having a back piece where the fabric's gonna show.
Oh, contrast.
Because the contrast of seeing that bee design, I think, is absolutely
Cute.
adorable. It's okay if I don't see it clearly on this side. I used white here, but you could use a gray if you wanted to make sure you saw it better. But take a look at that. Now my projects are ready to rock and roll.
And all we're doing is put the top and the bottom together and then binding it like a quilt?
That's it, my friend. And then we bind it like a quilt.
Nice.
Now, because I didn't turn off my thread, take a look at this.
Oh, yeah, you've got to cut it. Oh,
thread
that's so
cutter.
hard.
So hard, right? Look at that. All I have to do is now thread my needle. I kept my thread long, bury it in between the middle,
Oh, you
and
do
I
it in
have
between.
no knots on the back. There you go. Ta-da!
Nice.
Amazing, right?
Nice.